A dog was abandoned and in a terrible state, so skinny that he could barely move. The dog was in a difficult situation, without any care, and was slowly losing its vitality. Fortunately, a rescue worker found him and decided to intervene to save his life. The rescue worker quickly approached the dog, showing dedication and compassion. They gently picked him up, being careful not to cause any further harm, and brought him to safety. After being brought to the rescue center, the dog began to receive the necessary medical care, including providing nutrition, water, and medical treatment. This process was the first step in helping the dog regain its health and vitality. The dog gradually began to recover. From a weak dog that could not move, he gradually became healthier, started eating better, and could move around more easily. The dog has fully recovered, or at least has made positive progress. A weak dog, lying motionless on the street, no longer having the strength to move or find food on its own, was almost on the verge of death due to exhaustion and malnutrition. Passers-by, realizing the seriousness of the dog's condition, quickly took it home or to a safe place to begin the care process. The rescuer took good care of the dog. The dog was initially unable to eat or drink on its own, just lying in one place and needing to be fed. The image of the caretaker gently feeding the dog spoonfuls of food, ensuring that it received enough nutrition to gradually recover. After a period of care, the dog began to show signs of recovery. From being unable to eat or drink on its own, the dog gradually regained its strength, was able to stand up, and even began to move slowly, showing a revival from the brink of death. The little puppy was shivering in the cold. He tried to walk, but due to his weak condition and the harsh weather, he could not walk steadily. Despite his weakness, the puppy still retained a strong survival instinct. He proactively sought help from passers-by, an act of trust and hope in human help. Fortunately, the puppy was taken in by a kind person who took care of him, from warming his body, providing food and water, to creating a cozy environment for the puppy to gradually recover. After a period of care, the puppy began to regain its health. The puppy became more cheerful, showing joy in the new loving environment. The dog was in a very pitiful state. Its skin was severely infected, it had no hair, and it was very weak. It was obvious that the dog had suffered for a long time without any necessary medical care, and this had made it very afraid to come into contact with humans. After being rescued, the dog began to receive careful treatment and care. The caretaker gently bathed, applied medicine, and took care of each wound for the dog. This was a long and difficult process. But with perseverance and love, the dog began to show signs of recovery. Gradually, thanks to the dedicated care, the dog began to get better. The hair began to grow back, the skin gradually recovered, and the dog began to be able to move freely on its own. In particular, the dog met and played with other dogs, showing that it had regained its faith in humans and began to enjoy its new life. Eventually, the dog made a full recovery, returning to a healthy appearance and happy spirit. The image of the dog running and playing with other dogs is a testament to the magic of love and devoted care. A man found a mother dog and her puppies in distress. The mother dog was chained, shivering in the cold, unable to care for her puppies. Realizing their dire situation, he quickly created a warm space with a cardboard box and provided food to help the mother dog regain her strength. However, the harsh conditions meant that some of the puppies did not survive, highlighting the pain that rescue efforts can bring. With his kindness, the man not only created a safe haven for the dog family, but also brought new hope. When the mother dog accepted other puppies, it demonstrated the power of love and maternal instinct, showing that even in difficult circumstances, love can still multiply and create a warm environment. This story is not only a lesson in kindness, but also emphasizes the importance of care. Nutrition and safe shelter for vulnerable animals. A man on his way home came across a poor stray dog with an arrow stuck in its body. The dog had dirty fur, looked frightened and pitiful, and tried to run away when it saw a stranger. He followed the dog as it wandered through the crowded streets and deserted alleys, eventually leading to a garbage dump. The dog searched for food among the garbage, the arrow dragging on the ground, making a small sound. Although in pain, the dog seemed to forget its suffering for a while to find some food. After a while, he decided to take some sausages from his pocket, hoping to attract the dog's attention. When the dog recognized the aroma of the food, it gradually came closer. He gently stroked its head, and with kindness, he won the dog's trust. Finally, he carried the dog to the veterinary hospital for treatment. There, the vet discovered that the arrow had not damaged any internal organs. But the dog was in very poor health due to malnutrition and skin infections. The dog was cared for and gradually recovered, proving that a small act of kindness can change the lives of less fortunate creatures. In the bitter cold, a skinny husky was found lying motionless in a family's backyard. He was on the brink of death, with little hope of survival, but thanks to the kindness of the homeowners and the courage of the rescuers, a miracle began. From despair to hope, he was rushed to the nearest veterinary emergency room, even though it was more than an hour's drive away. In the early days, the dog's condition was extremely serious. His sunken eyes had lost their light. But with dedicated care, after just a week, his blue eyes began to light up, showing a new ray of hope. Despite the pain, he maintained a cheerful spirit and began to play. He not only recovered physically but also found joy in life, especially when he made friends with another dog. Friendship gave him confidence and comfort, helping him overcome difficulties and become healthier.